Hey everyone, if you didn't know, my name is Elizabeth White from Liz's Room, and today with me I have someone who is not only beautiful, but she is a strong and tough competitor. We first saw her on Campus Crawl of Road Rules, then she went on to win the Challenge Inferno season, and now she's back on our TV screens in Challenge All-Stars 3. Welcome you all, Kendal Sheppard.
Hi. It's so cool to hear you just play it back, I mean, it's fun. So anyway, tell me more.
So, let's take it back 20 years. You're 21 years old from Washington, and now you're on Campus Crawl with complete strangers traveling across the country doing these crazy missions. What would you say was your best and worst moment from that whole experience?
Oh my gosh, do we need to talk about the worst moment? The worst moment is probably, it's something I would never show my kids, but maybe it could be a lesson. Drinking too much alcohol and having a full-blown meltdown. That was not good. That was a low point. Best moment, obviously winning. That was pretty great. It was one of the first seasons where they voted people off, and to make it all the way through with the people that I did, it was absolutely incredible.
Did you know what you were getting into before you signed up, or you're like, oh,
no.
What is this? I'm gonna go for it.
I thought I was in the running for Real World, but because they were casting both at the same time, I didn't know what Road Rules was. I thought, oh, not interested in that. I don't know what it is. And the producers had told me, I know you don't think you would like Road Rules, but we really think that that's where you belong. And I was like, oh, okay. But they were right. It was amazing.
After Road Rules, you went on to do the Inferno, and you ended up winning that as well. And that actually aired in 2004. And then we don't see you compete on TV until 2021 on All-Star Season 1. So what were you doing in your life between those years, and what made you decide to come back after being gone for so long?
I kind of struggled a little bit with the attention on Inferno, and I had always wanted to be an actress. I went to school for acting, and acting, I felt like it was better for me because there's a script and there's a wall between you and the people, right? And so I tried to distance myself from reality TV and turn down a bunch of things in that regards and just started to focus on acting. And then had a whole nother career shift, decided to move home, have a family, put myself through nursing school, one degree, one certificate at a time, and had children in between each degree I got, and lived a normal life.
Did you miss it? That's why you wanted to come back?
I think, there's I call it like my midlife crisis, but you hit this point in your life where you think the opportunities are always going to be there and you can always go back. And then you just sort of stop and you look around and you're like, when did I get old? Wait a minute. I never quite finished that thing. I never quite achieved my childhood dream, And so you're sort of left like, well, do I just give up? Do I go back and do it? I'm not dead yet. So as long as I've got time in my life, I'm going to live it.
You made it pretty far in the first season of All Stars. And then the second season you left due to COVID. How different is it being back this season than it was the first two?
Oh man, it's, you can't tell, but I'm a little bit more confident in season 3 than I was in season 1. Season 1 was like culture shock. I was like deer in headlights the entire time. My adrenaline was pumping nonstop. I was just like, what am I doing?
You were doing it though. You were doing it.
I was doing it, but I was terrified the entire time. I came home and I was like so fatigued. My adrenal glands were depleted. My hormones were out of whack. And they say, you want to do season 2? I'm like, sure, let's do it again. And then season 3, it was like, oh man, that switches back. So, when everybody's looking at you and targeting you, it does something, it ignites this adrenaline and you're like, oh gosh, can I even sleep? So it was definitely, season 3 feels reminiscent of season 1, except for they've ramped it up tenfold.
Like I said, you're kicking butt this season, and you won the challenge in the second episode. You pulled that power move with your sabotage, but it seems like the Treehouse Alliance is like out to get you and Kellyanne. So, do you think it's because you use your sabotage on, somebody, or Like, why do you think they're so adamant about getting you off this game? Because I mean, you
Oh,
can tell you're strong, but I'm like, is that really the true reason?
no, no. I mean, it sounds nice, right? I think really people come up with reasons to justify their actions, right? They know they want to do an action, so they have to come up with a reason for it, and they don't want to look like jerks, and they don't want to reveal their alliances.
Yeah.
So they sit and wait, and they want you to screw up, and then they can go, oh, that's the reason, right? They hide under the pretense that we're really strong competitors. I mean, are we competitive? Sure. But are we going to beat everybody every time? No, that hasn't been the case. It feels like it's just a smokescreen.
You mentioned on the show that, you know, you had more on the line because, you know, you left your kids, your husband, you know, your life at home to be here. And then you have like the newer all-stars who, you know, probably don't take it as serious. I mean, is there like a specific reason why you think that, or?
Well, first of all, it was a response to a question. In my interviews, I would give, you know, a whole array, in-depth explanation. And so they have to pick and choose and smush it together and try to make it make sense. So it sounds like I'm saying I deserve it more because I have kids. Yeah. That's not my intent. My intent was, why am I fighting? Why is it important to me to do well? Okay. Well, because of my family, who I had to leave. For me, this is very real compared to younger players. It's more so because I kept hearing, Kendal, it's just a game. It's just a game. And everybody says that to you when you're the one going into elimination. But if it were them, it would be very serious, right? Yeah. So that's where I got really frustrated, because for the younger people, it is a game. You know, they have plenty of opportunities. They can go on the main challenge. They can do this for the next 20, 30 years. I don't have that much time. I'm getting older. My body's falling apart. I have medical problems. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it next week, next year, you know? So that's why I kind of put that age thing on it, because for me, this could be the last time. Without giving any spoilers or anything, what would you say you're most proud to have accomplished during this season? It could be physically, it can be internally, it could be anything. I think just surviving the house. Honestly, they can't show all the subtleties and things, that the nuances that people have, and the way, you know, certain looks, and there's just a tension, there's a heaviness. Yes, we have lots of fun times and fun moments, and that's all wonderful, but there's also, you know, you're in a competition 24/7, and so it's a lot of stress. Kellyanne was getting really upset, you know, that we were being targeted. I'm going, well, been here, done that. And she's like, how are you so calm about this? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess once it's happened before, you just sort of learn to roll with it. And so to me, I felt like that was a big personal accomplishment, to, you know, have the hits coming and not completely break down. Before you go, I want to play a little game with my guests. So I want you to pick 3 letters. So A, C, and G. So using those 3 letters, I want you to find 3 words of encouragement you would have gave to your 21-year-old self, and then say why you picked those words. Oh, wow. Okay. So A, always keep fighting. Always keep fighting. C, I'd say congratulate yourself, or celebrate on the little things. And G, great things are coming. Okay. I like those. And I'm pretty sure 21-year-old self is like looking back at you like, I'm proud. I hope so. Yeah. No, I hope they are. Trust me, they are. You have came so far, and it's like, it's amazing watching you, you know, and you might not know, or you do know, like, you inspire a lot to keep going and to keep, you know, always fighting. So thank you for being with me. I'm honored. Please tell everybody where they can find you online. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, mostly Instagram, at Kendal Sheppard. But there you have it. You can catch Kendal and all your favorite challenge members on All-Star Season 3 every Wednesday on Paramount+. Until next time, I'm Elizabeth White, and I'll see y'all later.